Hello, and welcome back to another stream on the Hana TV channel. I hope you're well. I knew I just muted it too because I literally I adjusted my mic, and of course, you need to start using a bingo card when I go live, okay? Because the amount of times that you'd be able to mark off the spot, oh, she's muted when the stream starts, you'd be a millionaire. Anyway, also, I don't know if I've ever started a stream where the sun is setting at just the right time, but I have a glare that's like bouncing off my windowsill, even though I have the shades shut. So this is awesome. But never to worry when one has a white claw in hand. These claws are going to prevent me from opening this claw. That's awesome. Do I have something I can open it with? Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I've got some equipment on hand. Let me try to. Oh fuck! I just made my nail pop off. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. I'm gonna have to glue that back on. Sorry. I'll try not to. Let's see if it'll just stay. No, she won't do it. She won't do it. Whatever. I'll take care of that in a second. Well, now I can open up my White Claw. Yay! I've had a long work day, and there was one White Claw left in the fridge after the weekend we had celebrating birthdays and such, and Scott was like, you should do it, you've earned it. And I agree. Oh my god, there he is. Oh, there is not. He's just grabbing the gym key. Oh no, I lost a nail because I would open it myself.
Oh my god.
I know.
You just called me over.
He doesn't even care about me for real.
Of course I can.
Okay. Sorry, Scott was just popping in. Anyway, who else is popping in? Who's here? Hello. New member. Cheers. I'm still figuring out the whole membership thing, and I'm like trying to figure it out on the back end and stuff. But currently what's available to members is the watch-alongs. So once I go off live, I private them, but they're exclusive to members now. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, oh, you're already answering the questions that we have on the thumbnail, which that is what I was going to start with. So, okay, you would rather smoke with Norman Bates. The question was, would you rather smoke with Patrick Bateman or Norman Bates? And you think Norman Bates because he would seem more subdued when you get him high, more likely to relax. I think the thing is, like, I think that they would both be freaks, right? I think that they would both be the paranoid type. At least Patrick. I'm not sure. Because he's more into, like, well, no, he's, like, sober, isn't he? He drinks alcohol. I was trying to remember if he, like, does coke and stuff, but isn't part of his whole thing that he, like, doesn't do that shit or whatever? Oh, I can't remember. I don't have my answer to that one yet. I think I'm gonna look at your answers, and then we'll get things rolling with the questions with the whole chat. Who would I want to see as my jogging partner? T1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day or Marcus from Weapons? My jogging partner? Wait, what? Oh god. I am forgetting the T1000. That's Patrick. Oh my god, what's his name? That actor. He's great. Something is Patrick his last name. Yeah, they both run funny, and they honestly both run too fast. I don't want either of them as my jogging partner. I do not jog. I do not run. I walk. I like walking. I walk for exercise quite a bit. I swim. I don't run. Haunted Hippie does not run. No. No. But if I had to choose, I think Marcus runs a little bit slower. So I guess I'll say Marcus. Which witch would you like to encounter in the woods? The Blair Witch or the witch from Weapons? Oh, I think I relate more to the Blair Witch, but she doesn't seem very reasonable at all. Like, I don't think there's any talking any sense into her. I think that maybe Gladys, I could be a little bit conniving, and maybe I could sort of be a wordsmith and figure out some kind of workaround with her, you know, try to gain her trust or whatever and do her bidding, but then ultimately get away. Who do you want to travel back in time with? Marty and Doc Brown from Back to the Future, or Harry and Hermione? Well, okay, so It depends on the situation, because I would say, like, in their respective stories, I would wanna be with that group, because I was gonna say, "Oh, well, like, obviously, Marty and Doc, because Doc is brilliant and knows exactly how it works, but Hermione knows exactly how the magic works." So, really depends. Really depends. Hello, you made it. Always down to play. I don't know if okay, today's questions, I don't know if they're as weird as they've been in the past. I don't know. I have a lot of like filmmaking questions today, actually. I think we could start with the Norman Bates one. Because Lexius has already answered that. Would you rather get high with Patrick Bateman or Norman Bates? Because they both seem terrible to me. Absolutely. Hello. Hello. I knew Netflix TCM was a requel, not a oh, no worries. No worries. I don't think the questions will be as bad today, although I did already get a comment about my feet swapping question, and look, I will explain that all when the time comes. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. Uh, gonna check out the nun. Oh, yeah, I was like, wait, what? Hello. Had uh I just worked a lot today. I worked a lot. Can you believe I shot a video that I think is going up on October 24th? I shot that today. I shot my reaction to bad reviews of the Halloween franchise. I'm just really excited. Like, I'm getting so ahead on literally all of my October content. Like, I'm so stoked. I'm shooting those, like, the reaction-based videos first, and then that way I'll be able to, like, really just bear down and, like, not be worried about that and just really, really focus on my deep dives. So I am very stoked about that. I'm very stoked. But it was a lot. And then I also shot like half of a Boomers episode today with my dad. So I've already been on camera for about 3 hours today, and that's another reason why I really deserve this White Claw, because my throat's starting to hurt from talking so much today and performing so much today. So, uh, hello. It's well though. It's good. Like, like, I'm stoked on this content, obviously, and ending the day with a stream is always nice. It's a little less effort, I would say, than like shooting the videos where I am like fully on, and this is definitely more conversational, which is nice. So it's always nice to end the day on a stream. Anyway, did I say hello? Hello. It is. We need to make a bingo card, obviously. Hello, hello, hi. I know I don't. It's not Rode. This is Shure, and it's a great mic. Like, it's a great mic. We just got the same one for my dad for our Boomers episodes, and so his audio is sounding a lot better. But we've had a lot of problems where I'm like, Dad, I can't hear you, and he cannot figure out why. And every time today I've had to be like, Dad, you hit the mute button again. You hit it again. It's not good for Boomers. It's not good for anybody. I wish it was a physical button. I don't understand the benefit of just being able to tap it and have it be muted. I don't understand the benefit of that. Hello. And the mute demon strikes again. Hello. Oh, thank you. I guess that's a benefit, but it's blinding me a little bit. Yes, red nail claw. Thank you. I know I really, really like them, but I truly only put on a tiny dollop of the glue because I don't want to sleep in them. Like, I wanted them to pop off shortly after I put them on, but not this shortly. Like, damn, it looks stupid. I probably will head back in a couple of minutes and I will pop it back on because I can't. This is just so that's not chic. It's not nice. Yeah, wait, okay. Are people gonna start answering? I know I'm a little bit behind on the chat. Yes, Robert Patrick. Yes, that was his name. Okay, yeah, so yeah, okay. Would you rather excuse me, would you rather get high with Patrick Bateman or Norman Bates? That was so disgusting. I'm sorry. It's a White Claw. It's bubbly. Okay. Hello. Definitely Patrick Bateman. At least we can talk about music. I somehow neglected to consider that. Norman Bates would ruin my high. I was thinking that they both would, but no, honestly, you're right. I love talking about music when I'm high. That's so true, but I don't know, I just feel like Patrick will get really, really weird. I feel like he would be too paranoid to even talk about music, and, like, I would try to talk about music to kind of talk him down a little bit, but then I just think he'd be too in his own head. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I wanna smoke with either, but I have to choose. I'll go with Norman. He'll run around and drag. She might bite me. You choose Norman. Thank you. Would you smoke pot with Hagrid or Pele from Midsommar? Oh my god. Oh my god. Uh, I think Hagrid, like, he would have the best stories about all the beasties that he works with and stuff. I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, tell that one about the time that dragon almost bit off your hand. That's a good one," and oh, yeah, he'd have the best stories. But then that might kinda trip me out. Pele, I feel like, could guide you through a beautiful trip, probably, so that also might be nice. I don't know. Oh, have a drink with Quint from Jaws or Zephyr from Dangerous Animals. Oh god. I think I have to say Quint. Right? Wait, hold on. Let me just double check who Zephyr is, so I'm double checking that I'm not mixing this up. Oh, right, that's Hassie Harrison. That's her. I guess I would probably say her. I think Quint, he probably has some, like, misogynistic tendencies. I don't really think that I'm the kind of company that he's interested in, and, yeah, I feel like he would make me feel bad for, like, having soft hands or something. Actually, I have some calluses from the gym. I have some calluses from playing guitar. Maybe he'd be like, "You got rough hands. I respect it." I don't know. I'd rather get high with Norman Bates. It'd be hilarious to see him high. I don't know. Bateman is too unhinged either way. I'm not sure. Norman Bates, he'd be too obnoxious. Neither because both are terrible. Honestly, that's fair. Would you rather? Oh, hey, Francisco. Would you rather go on a road trip with Aunt Gladys and Longlegs or Pearl and Pamela Voorhees? Pearl and Pamela. I think Pearl and Pam. That's a great question. Road trip questions. That's great. I've never done that before. Yeah, I think that would be overall more entertaining, and I feel like Pamela would kind of keep Pearl in her place and keep Pearl from getting too annoying. So yeah, thank you. Who would you want as your assistant, Renfield or Igor from Frankenstein? Well, if it's Nicholas Holt, then obviously Renfield, because I got a big old lesbian crush on him. That was a Mean Girls quote, by the way. Nobody freak out. Excuse me. Yeah, I would have to say Renfield. Unless if it's not Nicholas Holt, then I'm really impartial. I don't really care. I feel like the characters are quite similar. Hello. You think that Norman Bates is a sweet guy underneath his mommy issues? You think? I guess, yeah. Between the two of them, I guess Norman Bates is the one that does have feelings, right? He's the one that has emotions. So that's probably a safer bet, at the very least. Anywho, oh, thank you. Who would you want to teach you guitar lessons, Sammy or Remnick from Sinners? Oh, probably Sammy, because that's more of the music that I'm interested in playing. I would say Remnick, or Remnick. It's Remick, right? I would say him because he's got like the centuries, like the eons of practice, but I am not super interested in playing Irish tunes. Hey, no offense out there. No offense. Peace and love. But um yeah, I think I would say Sammy. Also, you know what? I would really want Sammy to give me voice lessons because man, what a voice. Anywho. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I'm gonna save the feet question for now. For now. Would you rather share a glass of wine with Tiffany Valentine or what's her face? Why did I wrote it, I put it on the thumbnail. Nancy Downs. Oh my god. I forgot her name. I on my list of would you rather questions, I literally said Tiffany Valentine or the girl from The Craft. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. So your options are both a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Who would you want to be splitting a bottle with? You know, who? Because either like, who do you think is less likely to kill you? Who would you have more fun with? I don't know. I'm gonna see what you guys say. Clint would insult you for having dry hands. I don't know about dry, but definitely if they were soft, he would. Oh, the Thing or Alien? Oh my god. I I I think I'm a little whoa. I think I'm a little bit more partial to the Thing. I'm pretty sure that I give both movies 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. Unless maybe I give the Thing a perfect rating. Alien, I think I give 4.5. Let me see. We got to settle this, obviously. Alien. 4.5. Okay. The Thing. Also 4.5. Oh, gasp. Oh my god. They're like even for me. I don't know. I don't know. I think the Thing. I think. Anywho. You got city ends, God, even counting money all your life. That scene is honestly so funny though. The way that little Richard Dreyfuss, the way he gets so upset. That's a great scene. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't really be fond of Quinn's company, to be honest. So, you know, rather be stuck in the Paris catacombs in As Above So Below or in the Cave of the Descent. Ugh, I don't think I'd survive either one. That's so. It's like, do I want? Well, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil either of them if you haven't seen them because both of them take pretty wild, like drastic turns. So I don't want to spoil either one of them. I think that you should go in as blind as you can with both of those. So yeah. You would choose Gladys and Longlegs if they accepted me into their witchy demonic ways. We'd get on great. That is a great point. You don't really have that kind of bargaining chip with Pearl and Pamela because their motives are so different and they would hate each other probably. Because like Pearl wants to be a star and she's so self-absorbed, and that is part of what Pamela hated so much about the camp counselors. Like they were too into themselves and each other to care about her baby boy, her darling baby boy. So you choose Tiffany. Tiffany. Oh, you chose Nancy. I think you're the only one so far. Only because I don't remember the craft that much. Okay, fair enough. Would you rather fight Michael Myers or go to Costco on Black Friday? Ugh. I wouldn't make it against Michael, okay? As much as I joke about being a big girl and all that, and you know, and having tree trunk thighs, and no, I would have to brave Costco, I'm afraid. I just have to be realistic, you know. Tiffany would be an absolute diva. I know. You'd say Nancy Downs. You gotta say why. Because you choose Tiffany, but I want her to be the human version before she turns into a doll. Yeah. I would definitely want human version of Tiffany too. But then if she gets upset, she'd be bigger and stronger, which would be scarier. So should I say doll form? I don't know. Nancy would judge me and not even like me to begin with. I feel like Nancy doesn't really like anybody. You know what I mean? Oh, bucket list country to visit for me. Ugh. Candyman or Get Out? I'm more partial to Get Out myself. I've never been that huge on Candyman as a movie, but I just love Tony Todd in it. And like I love the whole concept. I love the story, but I've never been super crazy about the execution of the movie. I think I give it like 3.5 stars. Why? Nobody who said Nancy has given a reason. Oh wait, oh Nancy, I'm an October boy. She has as well. We'll get along for sure. I think, gosh, I just don't. I don't get along super great with people who are strong personalities. It really depends. Like one of my best friends, she's like super positive, super optimistic. She's just like this little ball of sunshine, and we're kind of like we're kind of opposites attract. You know what? It depends on the setting. I can have golden retriever energy myself, but That's about as far as I can go. Like people with really big personalities, I don't know. I'm like I'm trying to think who I could mesh with better over a glass of red. I I think probably Nancy. I think probably Nancy. I Tiffany is a little boy crazy for me, and Nancy wants to burn men down. Those are two extremes to be sure. I think I can fake it till I make it a little bit better with Nancy. Is that okay? Was that an okay answer? Oh, who would I rather punch in the face? Mason Verger from Hannibal or Cardinal Lawrence from The First Omen? Wait, is that a character from the TV show? Hold on. Mason Hannibal. Is that the guy who is all disfigured in the bed? It is. Why would I want to punch him in the face? He can barely move. I guess I'll say Cardinal Lawrence. Sure. Thank you. Would you rather bake cookies and go to a picnic with Alice from Twilight or get into fights and talk shit with Mary from Sinners? Oh my god, what a question. What a question. Mary's my kind of girl. I feel like if you put the two of us into a party scene together, oh, we would tear that up. We'd be you couldn't stop us. We'd be going out doing wilderness peas in the front yard. We That's too much. That's too much. Immediately retraction. But what am I gonna do? Would I rather be locked in a room with Art or for 5 minutes with Art the Clown or the face hugger from Alien? Ah, fuck. Fuck. I think I literally have to. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, there's a little spider up there. There's a little spider up there, and it's moving. It's moving. Usually, when there's a little spider up in the corners of my room, they just stay still, and this one is on the move. No, not cute, not good, not good, not good. Stay. It's still moving. It stopped for a second. I think when I get loud, it kind of stops. Stop it. You better stop right now. Guys, that actually worked. I'm not even kidding. You better stop right now. It literally stops. It stops moving when I get loud. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's like creepy crawling across the, like right above my desk. I don't know if Scott is still here. No, I think he just left. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm getting way too fixated on this spider. My bad. My bad. I don't like that it's moving. I'm watching it move right now, and I feel helpless to do anything about it. I also am not entirely sure if it's a hold on. Are you a spider? Are you a weirder bug? That is a spider. That's a spider. Yeah, that's a spider. I just have to let him live his life right now, I guess. I just don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna say face hugger because it's smaller. Art the Clown, I think, could overpower me, and he can do a lot of trickery in 5 minutes. Whereas a face hugger, I know that they jump very well and they'll get you. I know they'll get you, but I think that I could hang, and I have pretty good aim with my karate and kicking, and I could ward it off for 5 minutes. Oh my god, it's on the ceiling now. Stop moving! I can't reach it where it is, even if I wanted to, and, like, get up and, like, take care of this for peace of mind, I actually can't. I'm gonna text Scott. I think I actually hear him in the kitchen. I'm gonna be like, "Come in here, spider. Help." Because what if it keeps walking, like, along the ceiling and then it comes over my head or something? We can't have that. We cannot have that. Okay. Anyway, thank you. I forgot to definitively say I'm Mary because I didn't explain with Alice. I love her, but like I kind of love her for Bella. I don't really love her for me so much. Scott just said good luck. No, help. He said, oh fuck, oh god, good luck. I literally said help. How dare he? It's moving over towards my head right now. It's not good. Anyway, yeah, I want to talk shit with Mary. Bottom line, anyway. Thank you. Would I rather be the guest of honor at Leatherface's house or Hannibal Lecter? Definitely Hannibal Lecter. I know that it's like, I'm sorry, but I would rather have gourmet human meat than rotting animal carcass. It's gonna be bad news for me if I ever end up as part of like a cannibalistic murder investigation, and I'm on record having said this. It's like it's coming like more over my head. I can't reach that. I can't reach that. Can you? Okay.
You see me? Like my stomach's up.
I don't get demonetized if they see your stomach. That's okay. It's on the move. I'd be fine if it was just up in the corner, but it's on the move. And I'm not good with that. I don't support its rights to do that right now. Oh great. Oh great. Oh great. Are you kidding?
Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is.
Where? Oh my god. It's under the fake spider.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I'm so behind on the chat too. You guys, if you just came in, did you lose it again?
It's gone.
You're joking.
It was underneath this thing.
You're joking. It's probably terrified. It's gonna have itself a little heart attack.
Okay, well now it's not gonna jump on you.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's under my monitor thingy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I keep this on my desk and it did. What do you mean you don't know what to tell me? It's always just gonna live there.
Well, if it comes back.
This is his side of the bed, by the way.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna crawl up and bite anybody, it's gonna be you.
Sorry, good luck. Sorry, I failed you.
Oh my god. Flop. We usually don't kill spiders, I swear. But that was in a hard to reach spot. The big ones we always catch with a cup and we take them outside, but oh, sees him. God, I'm sorry, it traumatized my spider. It's literally now it's up like under the mount of my monitor. Like it's just gonna live in there. Are you joking? I was just on my desk. What even? Oh, he already left. Sorry, everybody, but I told you let the spider vibe. Now look, I know I really was on one there. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye, friend of Hagrid. Oh, geez. Oh, brother. Well, you know what? Spider 1, Haunted and Mr. Hippie 0, because ultimately it lives. Now it lives in my monitor. So that's what you get for trying to kill a spider. Don't kill spiders. Spiders are friends, not food. Good lord. Okay. They eat bugs and it's awesome, but we have so many spiders just where we live, because we're a little ways outside the city and we're like up in the mountains. So we have a lot of I literally see like another tiny one up in the corner up there. The teeny tiny ones, I'm like, whatever. But we get too many. Like you turn on the AC, if the AC's been off for a couple days, you turn the AC on and then all of a sudden you got like 4 giant spiders out and about because, you blew out their homes in the AC. Anyway, we've gotten really off track here. Sorry for all the screaming and the dramatics, but okay. I landed on Nancy Downs. That's who I would like to have a glass of wine with. We have only answered 2 questions from my list so far. So let's keep going. I can't stop thinking about there's a spider in my monitor. It's in my monitor. It can start crawling around my desk at any time. What if it has poison? Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Oh, anyway. Okay. Should we get into the foot question? Because I could sense I had a little bit of concern about that topic. Swapping feet. Hot and Hippie, what are you talking about? What are you talking about here? I'm glad you asked. So the question is, would you rather swap feet with Jason Voorhees or with Chucky. Okay. And I don't mean Charles Lee Ray. I mean the doll Chucky. So it's less about the villains and it's less about, well, no, it is kind of about the feet themselves because ultimately, do you want to have soggy, mushy, disgusting swamp feet, but they're big and they'll carry ya? Or do you want to have teeny tiny little doll feet? Granted, they're not disgusting. So it's like, that's nice. That's a bonus. And probably your feet will never get tired again because they're not real. But I imagine the logistics of that would also be difficult, you know, having teeny tiny feet on a big human body would be tough. So this is one of those impossible to answer ones that I have not put a lot of thought into yet beyond the impossible initial setup. So very curious to see what you guys are going to say about this one. Who would you rather swap feet with? How did I get here? That's a great question. I think that honestly, a lot of the members of the Cult of Haunted Hippie ask themselves that every single day. It's a lot of chaos that happens around these ports. Oh, definitely the original. I really, really did not like the new one when it came out. I need to give it a redemption rewatch for sure. But God, I did not like it. I thought it was such a mess. I don't think I need followers. I think I need to build an audience so that I can do what I want to do creatively. You know what I mean? I am a very, very private person. I'm never on social media or anything. Oh, if only it could be 20 years ago and I could just head out to Hollywood on a hope and a dream and make Saw and have my career set from there. Alama, he's supposed to be dead. God, I love Yzma. Oh, icon. That movie's so good. Thank you. When I was a kid, I tried to get bit by a spider so I could turn into Spider-Man. Respectfully, it sounds like that would have been a case of natural selection. My goodness. Swamp feet, I need my balance. Same. But then, like, would his feet be too big to maintain good balance? Obviously, you'd be better off than having Chucky feet, but I don't know. It just seems, and they'd be heavy, you know? But maybe that would make my legs get really toned because I'd be carrying around big clumpers all the time, you know? Rather feel plastic. Okay. Jason's, because at least I can walk properly. I know, right? I know. I was proud of that question. Chucky's feet would save me money on shoes. Or would you, because of the lack of balance and support or whatever, would you have to then buy specialized shoes, which would then be even more expensive, you know? Thank you, Jason Voorhees. I feel like I can run more freely and faster. See, I feel the opposite, kinda. I feel like having little tiny feet, like, I don't know. I haven't thought that all through logistically, but I just feel like having giant clumpers would be really hard. It'd only be easy if you're like a really big guy and you have similar size feet to Jason. I don't think I do. I have size 8 feet, so they're like kind of small for my height. I don't think I could get used to like having giant flippers. You know what I mean? No, it wasn't. I mean, the original short film was, but no, the feature was not. 'Twas not. Is that my voice? Yes, exactly. You cracked the code. That's why I was asking about feet. Duh, because of the age-old trick or treat rhyme. That's a lie. That was a cop-out, but anyway. Would I rather go to the party at the end of Night of the Creeps or the pool party in Elm Street 2? Ooh. Probably the pool scene. If there's only one Freddy, if you got your wits about you can probably get out of that unscathed, relatively. But when there's little parasites running amok, absolutely not. That's more of like an every man for themselves type situation, and I don't rock with that. Even though that's like the type of party I'd prefer, I'm not a pool party kind of gal most of the time, just because it has to be a very specific scenario. I used to really rock with pool parties and stuff back when I was in college and like I was really comfortable with my friend group. And if somebody's top flies off, hey, no big deal, bada bing, bada boom, you tie it back on. But like, I don't know, these days I can't imagine a scenario where I'd be at a pool party and I could like be comfortable in the scenario. Besides just like hanging out with my family or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It says gray on my license and my passport officially. I guess I probably also could say hazel, I guess, but I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm wearing green, so they probably look green, don't they? Yeah, I think they look green right now. Yeah, it depends. Rather swap feet with Chucky. If it's plastic, then I wouldn't feel pain and I can nail big boards to them. There you go. There you go. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, nailing boards, that works. Or some other foot-shaped thing. I don't know. If you went to Australia, you saw you have to deal with a lot more spiders. That's true. I've never been to Australia, and I am scared of that. Same thing with like one of my dream destinations is Indonesia. Like that has been on my bucket list for like my whole life. But they got some insane, truly insane arachnids. So fucking big, so scary. No, thank you. So yeah, that's a hang up about Australia for me for sure. Okay, last question from the thumbnail, then we'll start getting into the deeper cuts, if you will. Would you rather stay in the abandoned monastery in The Nun or the house on Haunted Hill? Dun dun dun. And let's say, just to make things easy for the house on Haunted Hill, let's go with the version from Mike Flanagan's TV show, from his adaptation. I feel like that's just the simplest, the most people have seen it. It's rated like among the top 50 TV shows of all time on IMDb or something. I didn't know that. I like learned that recently. It's so good. It makes sense. I think, do I want to deal with a demon? Do I want to deal with ghosts unearthing my childhood trauma? Probably that. Probably that. I did not have a traumatic childhood. So I guess that I've already dealt with my adoption demons. What you know, what's a ghost gonna do bringing that up again? I'll be like, yeah, and I already got therapy for that. Nice try, Buster. I'm good. So I guess I'd say the house on Haunted Hill. Right. That like seems hard. I mean, I could like realistically, yeah, I could go through the whole thing of the, spitting the blood on her and have that little fist fight with her and stuff. Yeah, sure. But I'm gonna say the house on Haunted Hill, even though they're both spooky. They're both locations that I'd be spooked out in for sure. Mm. Oh my god, you're from Indonesia? Got a lot of spiders in Jakarta. I don't know. I'm unaware of like the regionality of the spiders. Is there somewhere I could go where there aren't really a lot of spiders there? Oh, hey, Desi. You just missed the foot swapping question. Oh, Rotten Tomatoes is an app now? I didn't know that. But I am a Letterboxd truther till I die. I bet that they made an app because Letterboxd was kind of killing them. If I had to guess, that's probably why. You choose House on Haunted Hill. I feel like it'd be an experience living there and see a lot of shit. Right? And also, like, I'm not really a believer. So, like, to have the opportunity to actually experience something, like, I would probably take it, I don't think I'd be scared in that scenario. That's my toxic trait. I feel like if I ever were to experience a haunting, I'd be like, oh my God, it is real, you know? And I feel like that would excite me. I feel like I would have a scientific mind about it. Oh, you haven't seen them? House on Haunted Hill, but the Vincent Price version. Well, that would be, I mean, yeah, because that would be a fun time. It'd just be a fun time. I'd be taking my own little tours of the place over the course of the night. Oh, I'd win the money big time in Vincent Price's version. Thank you. Would you rather go to a jazz juke joint party with Smokestack and Mary or play baseball with the Cullens? Definitely to the juke joint. I see what you did there. I really do, but I wouldn't be able to play with the Cullens because I'm just a little human. I'm just a measly little human. So yeah, I wouldn't really be able to partake. It'd be a bummer. And even watching it wouldn't be that fun because it would all go so fast. So yeah, being at the jazz juke joint party, that would be a blast. I love dancing. I'm all about it. I love the music in the movie. Like I love jazz. Oh my god, that'd be a blast. It'd be a blast. Maybe the monastery. Grew up Catholic and hated it, so I become friends with the demons. Real for that. The nun monastery for the gothic vibes. I would love, you know what? Like I'd be scared at nighttime, but to take a tour of it during the daytime or something, you know that I would vlog that. You know I would. Also, I never went up and fixed my nail. I feel like I should do that. I feel like I should do that because the whole time, every time I like use quotes or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, it looks stupid. I'll just like grab the glue. I can do it over here. I don't have to do it over there. BRB. Also, I got this dress at Goodwill. Can you even believe? It's so cute. It's my favorite color. Just need a little dollop. Not too much. And then press her back on. Ever since I discovered press-ons, I don't think I'm ever going to go back to acrylic because the press-ons, like, they just fall off and then I can, like, still practice guitar and stuff. And they also look better, like, no shade. I love the people that did my nails and stuff, but these, because they're, like, you know, they're, like, factory made, they just look so perfect and they look so much better. Anyway. The question that you missed, Desi, was would you rather swap feet with Jason Voorhees or Chucky? So much to consider. Tiny doll feet or giant swamp feet? Take your choice. Take your choice. Till the blood sucking. Unless I know, right? I just don't think that I'd be scared because I've lived this long without ghosts being a threat to me that I feel like if I did experience it, like, okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I've landed on the house on Haunted Hill. It seems like when we got a couple people saying the monastery. Jakarta is clean, just like a 3-star hotel and nice temperature all year long. Want more chill, live in Bogor or Bandung. Okay. I meant more for visiting. I'm not going to live there, but appreciate it. Foot swapping. Am I still my height? Because I feel like having Chucky feet at 5'4" would leave me at a disadvantage. If I change sizes, going with clean-footed Chucky would. Wait. Oh, you said Crimson Peak. That could be a good surprise third option. Honestly, for that, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, between House on Haunted Hill and Crimson Peak, I think that I would choose House on Haunted Hill still, probably, because the Crimson Peak house looks like it has a lot of mold, and I'm not trying to go crazy. No, thank you. Okay. All right. The first non-thumbnail question, everybody, after 45 minutes. Who would you rather be in charge of keeping them locked in your basement? Art the Clown or Michael Myers? Congrats. Congratulations. You are now the keeper of a deranged murderer. You got to keep one of them in your basement. You got to keep him fed. And essentially, he's like your new dog. Who are you going to choose? Art the Clown or Michael Myers? Bum, bum, bum. Because this is why I think this is a difficult decision, okay? Walk with me. I think that Art the Clown, surface level, you might think, oh, he'd be so much more entertaining. Great, I would choose Art the Clown. But he's very smart and he would try to get out. And honestly, I think between the two of them, Art the Clown would be more likely to kill you in that scenario. But he'd be a lot more fun to have around, right? And do you want to take your chances on that? Whereas Michael, he won't try to escape. He'll just stand there. He'll be fine. But he will carry that with him for your entire life. The moment he's free, you're dead. You know? What'll it be? And if he escapes somehow, maybe like a fanatic breaks in and sets him loose or something. Much to consider. Much to consider. Sleepy Hollow, I've only seen the one time. I'm not too familiar, so I don't know if I could really answer that, to be honest. I feel like a small house in Sleepy Hollow would probably be preferable, but I don't know. Oh, thank you. I know, right? It's so comfortable too. It's great fall time as well. And if it comes to Tom Hiddleston, then unfortunately I would be forced to choose the Crimson Peak House, to be honest. Chucky Feet as someone with foot problems. Oh wow, okay. All right. Rather survive a sleepover in the Conjuring house with the nun and Annabelle or play hide and seek in the Saw traps. I'm not sure I know what that means. Play hide and seek in the Saw traps? Like if I were in the Saw 2 house or something? Well, the nerve gas would kill me. Or like in Saw 3, there's like... That's so gross. But that seems preferable to being haunted, probably, right? Oh, you still haven't seen Terrifier? You know, it's okay. Like those are movies where they're definitely not for everybody. So I don't begrudge anybody that. Art, who knows how Michael will be moving, just evaporates and reappears, sure. But on the other hand, Michael, art is too creative for me. Art would take me out in terrible ways once he got out, right? Right. Mikey seems a lower risk and also lower maintenance. I feel like you would need to with art you would need to, what's it called? You would need to give him enrichment activities, right? Where Michael can just stare at the wall and be happy. You know what I mean? But art, he would need, you'd have to hide his treats in a little snuffle mat or something. you know? Yeah, because all he does is sit and stare when he's not stalking, sure. He won't try to escape till Halloween. Oh, I didn't even think about Halloween the holiday, honestly. Because in the new trilogy, he's in there for 40 years and doesn't escape. So I don't think he was trying to escape on Halloween. It just like happened, didn't it? Oh no, because he was getting transferred and he caused the wreck. Duh. Much to consider. You're very unsafe that one night of the year. Art's face would take me out. Michael's been trapped and kept locked up, so it'd be mostly easy. Only wrench in the plan is if the man in black, aka Dr. Wynn, shows up and messes everything up. True. I always forget about that guy, to be honest. Who would I go on a date with, Stack or Dewey? That question is actually harder than you would think because I almost immediately was like, Stack. But he's a little bit more of a player, and I feel like he's not as loyal. And he through his development, maybe he is by the end, but Dewey, when he's got his sights on you, he only cares about you. So that actually is kind of hard to say. I think I'd take my chances with Stack. I think we have more similar taste in things, and he just seems more fun overall. Oh, you're keeping Audrey Myers. Or Trissa might be a problem. Indeed. Oh my god, yeah, like giving him his little drag costume. That would be one of his enrichment activities, probably. My White Claw is gone. I kind of want to make a mixed drink, but I don't have anything in here. Alas. Alas. Oh, if I died and came back to life, would I rather be a ghost from Casper or a zombie from Hocus Pocus? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I mean, it'd be nice to be a physical entity, right? But I don't really want to be rotting. I am very interested in rotting when I die, but not in the interest of coming back to life. I'm really good with like once I'm dead, like rotting and like turning into a tree. I'm feeding worms. I'm like really into that right now. But I don't want to be walking around like that. So I think I'm gonna have to say Casper. So yeah. Michael Audrey. Some even say. Okay, all right. Now I have a ton of questions about what you like questions I have for you if you were to star in a horror movie. So now we're not talking about characters, okay? We're not even really no, we are. We're talking about like real life scenarios, okay? If you were to make a horror movie with people. All right. So first question, super easy. Would you rather play the final girl, the villain, or the tropey side character in a slasher? I'll go first. I have already played the tropey side character and it was really, really fun. So initially, if I had to choose, well, actually, I don't know. A couple of years ago, I might have been like, oh, villain, because I write creature acting roles for myself, you know? And you know what? I think that is what I would say now. But after playing the tropey side character, like getting to play a goth girl and doing that, like that was super, super fun. So that would have been my answer while I was doing it. But now that I have done that, I want to try playing a villain. I think that'd be super fun. I think like in real life, I sort of fancy myself as a final girl. I'm like, I'm witty, like I would survive, whatever. But when it comes to movie scenarios and like how I would be cast, I don't really see myself as a final girl. I don't know. I don't know. I see myself more as a character actor. So yeah, I wanna try my hand at playing a villain. I think that would be really fun. It'd be really physical, but I think I'm super game for that now, more than I was a couple years ago for sure. So yeah, what would you guys want to do? Be a final girl, a villain, or tropey side character? Villain. Tropey side character. I think I actually have some good deadpan comedy chops. Hell yeah. Final girl. And a cool flawed one, not a cliched one. Yep, good stuff. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Because yeah, no, it also depends like with your choice. I'm glad that you kind of clarified that because that's interesting too. Would you want to be the type of final girl that's like the moral compass of the film, or do you want to be someone who's a little bit more real and a little bit more grounded, you know, and kind of more relatable at that? A villain, you want to be a skinny creature with long claws. That's a good one. I could do that. I could definitely do that. Nobody's utilized my long claw hands yet. You want to be a tropey side character because I'd be super stereotypically gay and slutty and have an iconic death. Yeah. Oh my god. See myself as a villain. Hopefully I get a sick costume, right? I got more. I have a handful more in this scenario. So and also I'm gonna kind of have you guys answer for almost every choice here. So even if you chose something else, I do still want you to think about the other option, but we'll do that in a minute. The villain, I'd be unable to be killed or supernatural. Villain. Would I rather replace Jessica Harper or Dakota Johnson? Who was I think Jessica Harper. She didn't have to do as much dancing and all the colors. I would have a really fun time on that set. It'd be like, wee. It'd be really fun. Villain, my motivation is there are too many stupid people. Real villains are more fun. I'm choosing that. Yeah, exactly. Some goofy side characters are more memorable than the final girl. Absolutely. See myself as a tropey side character, mostly the funny stoner guy like Jack Black. And oh my god, I always forget he's in that movie too. And every time he pops up, takes me out. Oh my god. Oh, Eerie Girl. Oh my god, Closed. That's a blast from the past. Goodness. Okay, so my next question. I have questions for all of them actually. If you were the final girl, and I'm talking real life, would you rather be covered in mud or be covered in fake blood? So I'm asking like if you were having to act, okay, and you are working 12-hour days and you're shooting the third act or the climax of the film, do you want to have to be covered in mud or fake blood? Because they both have their drawbacks, all right? Mud, there are microorganisms in it. All right? There's a lot of bacteria. It might be stinky, okay? Whereas fake blood, very, very, very sticky. So, which will it be? I have had to be covered in fake blood in my time. Yes, I have. And my God, is it not fun. Some fake blood comes right off with water, some of it doesn't. And it's kind of a toss up because you don't know what brand production is using. So you literally just have to deal with it. Just roll with the punches. Oh, you were Michael Myers one year. Maybe people said I did a great job, made it feel like they were in the movie. Oh, since I have an identical twin, we can play some creepy ghosts that appear out of nowhere. Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah. God, twins are so like valuable in entertainment. It's true. Mud, I think. Let's get grimy. I think I'm leaning towards mud too. I used to play in the mud all the time as a kid and like make mud pies and stuff. And I used to be really into bugs and not mind touching them and stuff. And now I'm completely the opposite. I don't know what happened, but I think that that is honestly preferable to being covered in fake blood. Being covered in fake blood is just not fun. It's just not fun. And I've had it like all up in my hair and yeah, it just kind of sucks ass. Like mud, it's mostly easier to wash off, I would say, than fake blood is. Because it gets all stuck up in your hair and you got to rinse like all the layers of it out and it's just gross. But blood does look cooler. See, there's the dilemma. Like, do you want to be one of the iconic final girls covered in blood? And then that makes me rethink things. I'm like, oh, would it be worth it to be one of those final girls? Probably. Like, probably. Fake blood, mud seems like it'd be easier to get off. But you know what? I'll tell you what, like when you are on set, and I'm telling you this from doing my creature acting and being covered in paint multiple times, okay? Uh getting that shit off, like when you're in the moment, it is the worst thing in the world. Like overstimulation doesn't even begin to cover it because you are in it all day long and then you are in it for hours after that, but trying to get it off and losing your mind in the shower trying to get it off. It's crazy. It feels like forever, but then like is all of that worth it for the final product? And ultimately, yeah, because I haven't been covered in creature makeup. Well, it's only been a couple months because I did that one festival where I did like the devil makeup and that was pretty cool. So yeah, then you look back and you're like, yeah, it was worth it. But in the moment, you want to die. You really do. Fake blood for sure. If it's not too cold out, fake blood. Is mud warmer? Fake blood. Mud is a whole different monster. Can I pick clay mud? Oh, that'd be nice. Actually, if you did clay mud, then like your skin would turn out really soft. I just popped off another nail. I was just trying to itch my eyeball. Oh my God. You were going to say mud till I brought up the microorganisms. Hey, it's probably good for your immune system. You know? Definitely mud. Yeah, fake blood at least looks dramatic for the poster. So yeah, so for you, it's worth it. Mud, if there's a random predator attack, I'll have quite the story. Hey, true. All right. Every blood answer was held for review. Oh, really? Oh, oops. My bad. Well, good thing I got some moderators here today. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that blood... YouTube like blocks off the most random words. Like sometimes there'll be comments held for review that I don't understand why. Sometimes they just like think that people are spam or something. It's, I don't know. The YouTube moderation system is really weird. Okay. Gluing my other nail back on. Sorry. Okay. All right. Next question. This is for my tropey side characters. Well, for everybody. But if you were the tropey side character, would you rather play a stoner, jock, or a goth? And honestly, like, you can make up your own if there's one that I missed there. But if I had to choose from those, since I already have played a goth girl, that was very fun. I want to play a stoner. I think I got that in me. I think I'd be really, really good at playing a little stoner side character. And, you know, you never know. There's that one movie where the stoner lives. I probably wouldn't, but I'm willing to live with that. I really want to play a stoner side character. I think I would do a really good job and I would have the most fun. I also could play a jock. I could be like a volleyball player or something, I guess. But I don't really have a jock mentality. I feel like I'd be bad at that actually. Never mind. I could be a featured extra as a jock, but that's about it. I don't think I could play a jock character. So yeah, I would say stoner. And some of you guys already kind of answered that. So I will ask a second question and have you guys answer both before I catch up with the chat. If you were the villain, would you rather be silent or talkative? Would you rather be a Michael Myers or would you rather be a Freddy Krueger? Would you rather be an Art the Clown or would you rather be a Chucky? Do you want to drop banging one-liners, you know? Or do you want to be stoic and just very physical? Because I don't know. I've thought about that. And I don't think that I could really pull off the sort of egomaniacal charm of a Robert Englund or of a Brad Dourif. I don't think I really have that dog in me. I think I would have to be a silent killer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I just don't know if I don't know if I've got that in me, to be honest. So, yeah, what kind of tropey side character would you rather play? And if you were a villain, would you rather be silent or talkative? And then I have another question for a villain, and then I have 2 other like kind of practical onset questions for you after that. We're talking about movie making today. You think it's worth it for the blood? Yeah, worth it. Blood looks cooler. I would not stay in mud that long because my OCD. Dude, the fake blood sucks worse than the mud. The fake blood, I am telling you, is more horrendous overstimulation than mud would be. I can promise you that. Mud feels kind of good. You know what I mean? I saw that. I don't know anything about it. I kind of doubt it. You'd play goth. You'd rather go for the blood, sticky be damned. It looks cooler. Fair enough. Can I be a goth stoner? Sure. Stoner goth or stoner. Goth punk autism. Love it. 100% a goth. Oh. Oh, there was a bug. There was just a fuzz flying from the ceiling. Goth, stoner goth. Because that's me in real life. Hey, same. Definitely a stoner. I play it differently than the guy in the cabin in the woods. Same. I don't like how he plays it. I don't think he plays it realistic. I don't think that boy has ever smoked weed a day in his life. Sorry. He's a caricature. It's just not. If you want to see an accurate depiction, obviously watch Dazed and Confused because most of those actors were high when they were playing high, actually. Emo punk for me. Play a jock and a fucking douchey one too. It'd be really fun, and honestly, like it's funny you say that because a lot of the iconic douche characters in like the old Friday the 13th movies were gay guys. Like a lot of gay actors flocked to horror, so yeah, a lot of the old school jocks are gay. You'd play the stoner, goth, ain't getting cast as either of the other two. Loner stoner. You'd be a cheerleader, stoner, would be natural, right? I know I've attracted a lot of you here. If I go as the witchy goth girl, I don't even have to change my wardrobe much. Can I be the elder witch in the craft? Oh, yes. I see that for you. I do see that for you. And production really likes it when you wear your own clothes. So, yeah, stoner, and I look weird with the goth getup. I don't feel like goth has a specific type of look. I feel like you just throw anybody into the makeup and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Stoner would be fun. Spiritually, I'd love to play a goth. Realistically, I'd play a jock just for the training, get ripped because I have to and get paid to. Yeah. It would be really good motivation for sure. You'd be a silent killer, silent, talkative if I can crack one-liners, silent, like a werewolf, silent. Seems like that's everybody's choice. I have to be a yapper as a villain like Tumber. Silent, talkative, silent and sophisticated. Silent, I hate socializing with people I don't like. Even to toy with them before you kill them. I want to be a snarky bitch via. Oh, you know what? And I kind of have played that. Fiona was kind of a villain. She was a snarky bitch. So I've done that actually. But anywho. Oh, thank you. Dark and morbid question. Who would you want to stalk you? Jackson Rip. Oh, Cillian Murphy from Red Eye, or the demon from Strange Darling. Oh, I like kind of have a crush on both of them. I they're similarly smart. I think that Cillian Murphy's character is a little bit more cunning and a little bit more scary and a little bit more manipulative. So I'd probably say the demon. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely the stoner, final survivor by pure accident. Real. Okay, I'm gonna ask the next two questions and we can get things loaded up in the chat. If you were the villain, would you rather be covered in latex or have a mask? Do you want to have Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger situation where it's more of your face, but you have to be covered in latex? Okay, you're doing like 4 hours of makeup a day, 2 hours to get out of it type thing. Or do you want to have a mask? In that case, more anonymity, dealing with your own breath hitting you all day, not having to sit down in makeup, but it's not your face and you are less the icon. Anyone can really play the character, it can be passed off, kind of a thing. Or would you want to be the one true person that plays the character but have to put up with all that other shit? So that's first. And then, if you were killed in a movie, would you rather do a chase scene with stunts or a practical effect heavy death, a la, just getting hacked up and once again kind of being covered in latex and fake blood and all that? Or, because that's a little bit more sedentary. One might say it's a little bit easier, but it's a different challenge with all the shit that they put on you and stuff. Or would you rather have a much more physical death and be running and, maybe falling off of stuff and falling into a dumpster or whatever? I don't know. I'm like thinking of the chase scene and I Know What You Did Last Summer. So yeah. Latex or a mask, chase scene or practical effect heavy death. What would you rather? Oh, thank you. I feel like stoner, I'm more mellow and chill, also laid back. True. Oh yeah, this too, because those guys have heard it all from Awful Men. It'll probably be so healing too. It's fun to play a bitch. Like, it's really, really fun. You get to just fully uninhibit your mind and just let everything fly. It's very fun. Full on makeup, or I would go making a practical effect creature. It's, yeah, sure. I mean, you can be, yeah. It's whatever you end up looking like is not really important. It's like, do you want to have your face under it and be kind of recognizable, but go through all that shit? So go into anaphylactic shock or wear a basic mask. Go with a basic mask. Okay, but imagine you weren't allergic to latex. Imagine that. You think a mask is more fun? I don't know, because you do a little bit less acting. Then it's like, in that case, it's all a physical performance, nothing facially, and nothing vocally, usually. Is there any, I don't think there's any movie where the killer is in a mask where they talk, right? I don't think so. You're claustrophobic. I would choose a mask because it's easier to remove. I was like, oh, that seems more claustrophobic, but no, you're right. Because people, like actors, especially like in the behind the scenes of Evil Dead and stuff, actors would go latex crazy in the 80s, and by the end of the day, like they'd be trying to get another shot out of them or something, but they would actually lose their mind and start tearing it off. And tearing it off hurts really, really bad. You have to be really careful and use like spirit gum remover and really, really slowly do it with like a Q-tip or something and slowly peel it off, like while you dissolve the adhesive. But ripping it off, like it like rips off the fine like top layer of your skin, like all your hair, like that shit hurts so bad. Can do the acting even with my face and voice taken away. Don't mind breathing in my own breath. It'd be so crazy having to sit in a makeup chair, getting it on and off, taking it off. Yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks. I haven't even done like a well, I've gotten some latex pieces on my face that I've had to wear for a long time. I haven't done like a full latex look a la Freddy Krueger. But like being in the makeup chair and getting paint sprayed over your entire body, it's really rough. It's really rough. Or when they don't have the what's it called? The sprayer thingy for the paint. When they don't have that and they're using like an oil-based paint and they're dabbing your entire body and they're just doing that for hours. Oh my God. Sucks ass. And you would rather take the stunt death. I think I would too. I think I would too. I don't think I'm particularly skilled with staying still and emoting that much. I don't think that's really my bag. So yeah, I'd want the moment to be really kinetic and have a lot of energy and, really be throwing myself into it. So I would say stunt heavy as well. If I can read the books while getting the makeup done, I'd be distracted enough. You could listen to a book. It's really hard to read anything. A lot of the times you have to like have your eyes closed and stuff. So it's tough, but you can listen to something. And also, like, I've always worked with really cool makeup people, so you can also just like chat to them. It's fine. Definitely a chase scene with the Hans Zimmer, the Ring type score. Yep. You do a practical death. Practical death makes my character more iconic. Well, but think of I Know I Did Last Summer. But also, that's the actor kind of made the. Anyway. Kate Beckinsale looked amazing in latex. What did she do in latex? Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckin. Why am I forgetting who that is also? What did she do in makeup? I don't know what I'm trying to Google here. That's not going to work. Anyway, you choose a practical death. I'd want to see how the effects play out for sure. If you didn't have the allergy, you'd go full Robert Englund. Absolutely. You want the chase scene. If I'm going down, I want to at least express my survival instinct first, for sure. For sure. Oh, the Black Phone has a masked killer who talks. True. I forgot. He's relatively new, isn't he? So I didn't think about him. Absolutely. Yeah. Practical effect death. Practical deaths are king. Absolutely. There are people with masks in movies who talk. Oh, yeah. Ghostface, duh. The Strangers. Killer from Hush. Right. Duh. I'm only thinking of the big hitters. I'm totally forgetting about everybody else. My bad. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I guess if you want to have a mask and talk, that's also up to you, baby. That is up to you. Yeah, 6 hours of a makeup session would drive you nuts. Prefer practical effects. Great quality animatronics need to come back. I agree with that so wholeheartedly. I really do, but animatronics are so expensive. So expensive. Oh my God. The mask scene in The Substance would horrify me as an actor. I'd have to take so much Xanax beforehand. Yeah, and then like if you're barred out, you can't really perform. At least not me. I fall asleep. So I wouldn't be able to do it. Okay. All right. 2 more movie related questions. I've only got 4 more questions for you tonight. Would you rather have to run from dinos in heels, like Bryce Dallas Howard, or be a child running from the dinos? So would you rather be a child, like in a child's body, having to run away from raptors or whatever, or would you rather have to run in heels? And they're like not even just they're kind of a kitten heel. I feel like they're a little bit taller than a kitten heel. Like she is running in heels. You know what I mean? So what's worse? Would you rather have to be a little shorter and a little less athletic in a child's body? Or would you rather be fully grown running in heels? Because I think honestly, for my body type, once again, I urge you to forgive me bringing up my huge size, but I can't really imagine running in heels in that scenario. Like I can't do it. And no cheating. You can't just say, "Oh, I'd kick him off." Bryce Dallas Howard was actually running her ass off in heels on that set, like every day. So just kicking him off is not an option. So I just don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. I think I would have to take my chances in a little child's body, to be honest. I just couldn't do it. And that one you can answer, whether you're making a movie or your real life scenario, whatever. That one, it doesn't really matter. Because either way, it's real. Either way, you're having to do the running. Do I have any dating advice for a single schmucks? It's going to be the person that you least expect, honestly, because I I'm not into the love at first sight thing. I think it should be a slow burn. I think that it shouldn't be something that dysregulates your nervous system. And like, I mean that even if it's someone you're super excited about, because anybody that I've fallen for super quickly, it has not turned out well. It's been like too much passion that becomes a big problem later on. Um, or like I was too invested and they didn't care if I lived or died. So, not to say that it should be someone that you're like not excited about or something, but just that it should be a slow burn. It should genuinely feel like getting to know a stranger and like, oh, you start hanging out, and then oh, this actually is going somewhere kind of a thing. I don't know. It's obviously a very personal opinion, but yeah, I just would say don't rush into things with the wrong person. I feel like that's worse than being single. So much worse. So, anywho, that was random. I've never seen Underworld. Okay, that's why I didn't know. My bad. If Tom Savini was applying it, I would have no problem. Same with like Greg Nicotero. But I didn't Stack or Sammy. Sammy is a child, isn't he? For like the whole runtime, isn't he? I'd say Stack. I don't know. Was Sammy like 18 or something? Too young. Nah. Stunts would be cool. I go practical. It would look cool seeing it. Play it on screen if done right. Yeah. I never seen the Seed movies, to be honest. I bet the dinos would trip if they were wearing heels. Probably. Child, no, as a dude, no way I could run in heels. Yeah, and it's like I could run in heels, but that shit hurts so bad, and it would slow me down so much. You would definitely break your ankles. Well, Bryce Dallas Howard didn't, Heels are an uphill battle. I was fast half boy as a kid, still am. Yeah, like I did track and stuff. I was never a long distance runner. I've told you I was not a runner, but I was a jumper and a sprinter. I was fast. But also I'm imagining more like the ages of the children in the Jurassic Park movies. So more no, because the guy in Jurassic World, he was a teenager. He was like 15 or 16 or something. So yeah, at that age I was doing track. Yeah. Yeah, definitely I'd be a child. Child body, children have plot armor in those movies. Yeah, well, let's not look for loopholes. I never let that slide. Why do you folks still try? Choose to be a kid. I can maybe duck down and hide away quicker. Oh, true. Yep. True. You would run in heels. You want to do it in real life? Nah. Stilettos. Oh no. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Oh, thank you, Desi. Would you rather do a movie like The Human Centipede, attached that way for the whole shoot, or be stuck in a shoot for a good movie but horrible cast? Oh my god. You know what? I actually have questions kind of related to that in a minute here. Sort of, a little bit. Oh god. If I was with a horrible cast, I'd probably be doing terrible work. You need chemistry with people. Otherwise, you're gonna get a shit product. Like, but being stuck on my knee, I don't have good knees. I was just talking about running track and playing volleyball for so much of my life. Like, I don't have the best knees these days, okay? For all the diving I was doing and just putting a lot of stress on them jumping and stuff, I don't have the best knees. That's hard to imagine. But if they're great people, that honestly would be preferable. And it would be a little bit less performing. It would be less performative. It'd be more physical. It'd be a physical challenge rather than having to act alongside people I don't like. So, unless you mean horrible in the sense that like they're bad actors rather than being bad people, I should have clarified that, but that's my answer. Sammy's 20, too young. Too young. Have I ever I tried to date somebody younger than me one time and it lasted like 3 months and yeah, that went poorly. I do not like dating people younger than me, like at all. I would rather go a year or two older than ever go even like a year younger. Absolutely not. I like being the same age as my partner. Scott is like, he's like 4 months older than me. So, oh, thank you. Doug Jones, Warren somehow rocked a heel in Star Trek Discovery. If he can do that in loads of makeup on a TV schedule, I have no problem wearing them to run from dinosaurs. That's crazy. God, talk about an athlete, huh? But I feel like walking around in them and stuff is way different to running in high intensity scenes. I don't know. Do I get to choose the size of my heels? I'm imagining the heels that Bryce Dallas Howard was wearing in Jurassic. Rather be a child. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, thank you. Would you rather sleep in the Burkittsville Blair Witch Woods with no flashlight and no tent, or Freddy Krueger's boiler room? It depends. By his boiler room, do you mean like end up there in my dreams, or literally go to that location where Fred Krueger was killed, and then ultimately he's probably gonna pop up in my dreams? I think I could do one night in the boiler room. This is a great question, by the way. I think I could do one night in the boiler room and survive him being in my dreams for one night, because he loves to toy with his food. And so he likes to drag it out. I don't think he would kill me right off the cuff. So that's what I'm gonna say. The Blair Witch, she doesn't care. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, she's just gonna trap you out there. And I do have one that's not related to movie making. Well, no, I don't have any others where like you're putting yourself in the place of making the movie. So never mind. But this one is related to some of our favorite characters. Okay. This one, I almost want to do a little intermission and get a drink for this one, because this one's funny. I kind of want to make myself a little mixed drink, and also I kind of need a bathroom break. Should I? I only have 3 more questions. Maybe I should just try to push through. I'll ask the question now and you guys can decide. Would you rather have to tell Chucky that Tiffany was cheating, or tell Tiffany that Chucky was cheating? And you have to. Unfortunately, you have become the bearer of bad news. This is your job. It's on you. It's on you to tell them. You got to do it. And they're both kind of the type to take it out on the messenger. So, who do you want to deal with? Well, Bryce Dallas Howard did it. So, you're just incorrect. Yeah, I could see that. It's hard to find a good one. I will say that much. A little wink. Just a little wink. Age fact. Danielle Harris married and had kids with a guy 9 years younger than her. At first, she did feel weird about the age gap. Wait, what? When did she have kids? Like, how old were they when this happened? Hold on. Are they still married, or maybe that's not my business? She got married in 2014 to some guy. I don't know how old he is. Look on her Wikipedia. Early life, career, blah blah blah, public personal. 2014, and had a son in 2017. Their son, so she's what? Is she like 48 now? Then in 2017, she would have been like 42, and he was what, like in his mid 30s or something? That's not that weird. That's not that weird. Definitely tell Tiffany she would kill Chucky and not me. You think? You tell Tiffany? You guys would all tell Tiffany for real? I feel like she's the type that like lashes out. I feel like she's the type that she wouldn't care who was telling her. She would, you know? Am I wrong? You'd tell Glenda. Yeah. Chucky might think she's cheating with me. I'm going Tiffany. Oh, you guys, you would tell Chucky. Okay, that's guy code, but I'll have to call him over the phone. Well, there's a little loophole, isn't it? I was thinking you'd tell him in person. Tell Tiffany, I'd snitch to Tiffany. Chuck might kill me out of frustration. See, okay, I guess I have a hot take on this. I feel like I would much rather tell Chucky because Tiffany has always loved Chucky more than Chucky has loved Tiffany. Like they've had their positive moments and stuff, but I just think that Tiffany would be way crazier about it. She has always been so much more invested in Chucky than he has been in her. And I feel like he's just always kind of used her for his personal gain. And it goes both ways a little bit, but she has always seemed like the one with the much bigger heart. And, she really wanted to make things work with Chucky and raise their son together. And, you know, so I'd be more scared to tell Tiffany. I feel like Chucky, I would roll the dice on him maybe being indifferent, you know? Yeah, I'm telling Chucky, I think I'd be collateral damage for Tiffany. That's what I'm saying. Chucky still somehow seems more level-headed. That's what I'm saying. People with big hearts got big emotions. Big things happen. Oh, would you rather get yelled at by the director or by your co-star? Oh, brother. Uh that's a good question. Um I kind of have answers for both. I think if it was a co-star, there'd be a better chance of them being reprimanded and the issue being resolved, but then it would be really, really awkward having to act with them. So that would be really tough. I think I'm more inclined to say the director. I have been on a set where the director like threw temper tantrums. It's fucking crazy. I was never on the receiving end of it, luckily, because I just was like a little PA and I didn't know what was going on. I often like I was never like close to the situation when he would blow up, luckily. So I haven't like really firsthand had to deal with that. But that gave like me and the other PAs more of a camaraderie because it was very much like us versus the man, like we're sticking together type thing. So I think I would probably rather have a director yell at me. Because that kind of a thing doesn't really rock my confidence that much. Like, you're gonna yell at me, okay, take it home. Seems like there's something wrong with you if you can't be professional, like weirdo. So yeah, I think I would be able to handle that better. It would make me closer to my co-stars because we'd all be like, oh my god, this fucking guy. So yeah, good question. Good question. Okay, my next question. Would you rather have to watch the mockbuster version of your favorite horror movies forever, or only be able to watch all your favorite horror movies one more time? And that's it. That's it. No more. No more. When you ask a girl like me, where sometimes I watch John Carpenter's Halloween multiple times in a season, that's a really hard question. But then, like, would I want to watch the mockbuster versions forever? But then, like, I, well, I'd probably take that chance because then something might get close to it. And then I'd be like, oh, this is almost as good. But then would that be more painful? I don't know. I think I'm also going to ask my last question as well because that one, there's not a lot of explanation needed, I feel like. Okay, so last question of the night. Would you rather all the good actors get replaced with bad actors in your favorite movies, or have your favorite actor play every part in your favorite movies? Can you imagine? Like, because some movies they're made by their performances, obviously. So could you stomach, all those wonderful actors being replaced? But still retain the story and everything, and would you be able to live with that? Or, cast somebody that is fantastic, but have them in every role. Would you ever be able to suspend your disbelief in the same way again with your favorite story? I guess that's ultimately what it comes down to. Like, what could you stomach more? So there's that one, and then, yeah, would you rather have to watch the mockbuster version of your favorite horror forever, or only be able to watch all your faves one more time? I'm gonna put them in the chat because I feel like these are really wordy ones. So put that there, and then put this one. These might not be worded as well because they're just from my notes, but You tell Tiffany, I don't know if she'd go so far as to kill Chucky, and she'd try to kill him and not me. I think you're wrong. I think that you would just be somebody in her way. I think she'd get ya. Oh, no worries. You can catch the replay. We've had some good questions tonight. Rather tell Tiff. I think Chucky is killing me either way, though. I just disagree. I think if I offered Chucky a joint and was like, listen, man, hate to do it to you, hate to tell you, let's light up. I got some bad news for you. Because Chucky is, Tiffany is so 1 to 100, and I just don't think that Chucky is quite that way. He's having more fun. He's a little more level-headed. I'm not a monster, Jake. Remember? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I watch Mockbusters forever, can I still watch the real originals? No. This is unfortunately an either-or situation. An either-or. You'd watch your favorite horror movies forever, but you can only watch them one more time. Like, imagine, and I'm somebody who watches all my favorite horror movies at least every other year. To only be able to do it one more time? I feel like I learn something new from my favorite movies every single time that I watch them. I can't possibly remember every single little thing, and so I always get something new out of them every time. And so to limit myself in that way, it'd be like, well, then why do I even own physical media? Like, I'd pull one out, watch it, and then have to give it away? Crazy. Well, thank you. Remember when I got you to watch Carnosaur? Easiest question yet, Mockbusters. I know for you it's an easy question. It's really hard for me. I think we did that, on your birthday or something, right? That was fun. Rather have your favorite actor playing every part. I think I'm going to go with good movies one last time. I don't think I could do Sharknado over and over versus watching Jaws. Yeah, if like the last time you watched them, you really made it an event and made it really special, I think that would be my choice too. I think that'd be my choice too. I can't commit myself to never watching them again. I just can't do it. Even if it's only once, like I'd make it a whole event and I would stretch it out for the rest of my lifetime. Like every year I get to watch one of my favorite movies. You know what I mean? And then I still get to like watch other bullshit and stuff. But God, that'd be hard. That'd be so tough. So sad. Favorite actor playing all the parts. Favorite actor. Damn. But you can find an actor that has the ability to play any role well. I just think that would be hard for me. It'd be more about like suspending my disbelief, I feel like. Because I don't mind bad acting. When it's in a movie that's so bad that it's good, I really don't mind bad acting. I'm not the biggest stickler for it. So I think that I would put a bad cast in as opposed to my favorite actor playing every role. I didn't realize I would have an unpopular opinion there. I thought that was a more difficult question. You'd watch Meryl Streep play every role every time. But if I did choose my favorite playing every role, who is my favorite actor? Maybe like Ethan Hawke could probably pull it off. Willem Dafoe is probably someone that could pull it off. Robert Pattinson could pull it off. I'm trying to think of an actress. Who is a little chameleon? Helena Bonham Carter, maybe? Maybe her. Anya Taylor-Joy has a lot of range, but does she? She plays a lot of pretty similar roles, actually. Maybe Florence Pugh. I want to see her play a good villain. I really, really do. I don't know. Thank you. I should check out Frogman. That one's actually been on my list for a long time. It's on Tubi and found footage halfway through it now, but the vibe is like VHS and Hell House, the Ratma segment. Oh, I think I remember that one. I think I remember which one you're talking about. And I have kind of been living on Tubi like the last couple days, and I'm going to be catching up on my watch list on there. There's so much good stuff. And like, I really need to be prioritizing my physical media, but that's just true always. I have so much physical media that I haven't seen, but God, Tubi is so great. I'm going to be talking about it a lot in my September recap, I think, because I've been really working through a lot of stuff on my watch list. I love Tubi. My God. God, it's one of the only streaming services that hasn't gotten worse in the last 5 years or more expensive because it's free. Hello. My God. Yeah, I've been loving Tubi. Did I answer both of those? Yeah, I guess I did. So let's see. I'll finish up with you guys and then I'm going to sign off for the night. Watch my faves once more. Better than living in mockbuster hell. I agree. Even as the star of a mockbuster herself, I understand. No, I don't. Oh, but speaking of, also on Tubi, My Name is Bruce is on there right now, which like has never been streaming anywhere. I have not been able to find it. Like I was considering picking it up on physical media. It's not traditionally an Evil Dead movie, technically, but it's kind of the last Evil Dead-esque thing that I have to watch that I haven't seen. Like I've seen the entire TV show. I've seen, I feel like I've seen it all. I've done my deep dives, and it's kind of the last new thing for me. So that's on Tubi, by the way. You would do bad actors? Okay, I got somebody with me. Eddie Furlong, and This Is Not a Movie. I've never seen that. I don't know if I've even heard about it, to be honest. Tiffany will love me for telling her. No, she won't. Oh, honey, sweetie baby. No, she won't. No, she will not. I have not seen Tower of Terror. No. Is that the original Disney one? With Kirsten Dunst? No. Oh, thank you. Didn't Halle Berry do that? Could not have been less interested, as good as she is, and as much as I like her. Seemed pretentious, her playing every part. I had no idea about this. What was the movie? Oh gosh, I travel back to the 90s. Would I rather be in a Disney Channel original horror movie or a Nickelodeon horror show? I gotta be in a DCOM. I still live for Halloween Town. To be part of something like that, so iconic, yeah. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be that. Nickelodeon had some good Halloween episodes, but ultimately, DCOM is so nostalgic. Not that I'm aware of. I'm like racking my brain. I'm trying to remember, but I don't think so. So, yeah, TV's great. It is great. Probably not. I don't know. That's a pretty niche thing. I don't think a lot of people would really show up for that. I have been putting together sort of the watch along schedule for October, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think the time has finally come that we're going to watch the original John Carpenter's Halloween together. I don't believe we've done that so far yet. So I'm really excited about that. And we haven't watched the have we watched Halloween 2 together? Maybe. Can't remember if we watched Halloween 3 together. We might have. And the Thorn trilogy, I don't think we have. We've watched H2O and we've watched Resurrection together. I don't think we've watched the Rob Zombie Halloween movies together. So I've been trying to track that down and put that together. But anyway, this was great, guys. This was another fantastic round of horror would you rather. We talked about swapping feet. We talked about starring in horror movies. We talked about swapping things around in our favorite horror movies. I think that we covered a lot of really good ground tonight. I think that we did a really good job. And thank you guys for your input and for all your questions. Of course, it allows the content to be longer. It allows me to hang out longer and gives everyone more questions to ask. So please do so again the next time. I'm not sure when it's going to be. Next week, this was a shorter week or we have less streams this week because Tuesdays now I have my Spanish class as opposed to Wednesdays. And then on Wednesday, we're going to Disneyland. So big day. I think that I'm more available next week. I think that we're going to Oh, no, I'm not. I'm wrong. Sorry. I am only going to be able to stream on Wednesday of next week, but then the following week, because that is the first week of October, I should be streaming Monday, Wednesday. I'll be around for that. So I'm excited. That's probably when we'll kick off our Halloween watch along streams and things like that. And of course, we will do a Tipsy Tuesday trivia night sometime in October, getting some good stuff on the books. So I'll try to let you guys know the schedule as soon as I can, but the live schedules are always more up in the air. So thank you for bearing with me and thank you for having fun with me tonight. I hope that you had a good time. I'll see you next time. Bye.